Welcome back. Math's easy, step by step. So in this part 3 video, I'm going to go over prerequisite knowledge, skills, and abilities you have to answer this question. All right, so let's just get right into it. Let's do some reviewing. So you need to understand square values and how to simplify, right? So what I'm going to do is many times in these exams, you're not allowed to use a calculator, but sometimes you are, right? So they'll give you some questions where you're not allowed to use a calc, sometimes you can't. So I'm going to teach both. I'm going to teach how to simplify radicals, square roots, using a calculator and manually, right? But first we need to know the inverse of a square root. And the inverse of a square root is a power of 2, right? That's this little power right here. 10 to the second power, right? Or 10 to the exponential power of 2 is another way to say it. So in this first example, I like to show you examples 1, 2, and 3, how to simplify this value. It's a skill you got to be able to do in order to answer these test questions. Okay, so again, 10 to the power of 2 or 10 squared is just another way of saying it. It means the base of 10 times itself twice. So 10 times 10, right? And if you're going to punch in a calculator, you'd say 10 times 10 equals 100. And this is a value you should know. 10 times 10 is 100. 1 times 1 is 1. I have 2 zeros. I'm going to keep those 2 zeros. So 10 times 10 is 100. Let's take a look at example number 2. All right, so here we have example 2. 6 squared, or 6 to the power of 2, is another way you might hear that. It's basically the base 6 times itself twice. All right, so you can see this here. 6 times 6 equals 36. All right, I'm going to give you one more example, example 3. Why don't you give this one a try on your own? Pause the video after I introduce the problem. All right, so for example number 3, we have 12 to the power of 2, or 12 squared. Either way, it's just a different way of expressing this particular value. So push pause. What is the value simplified of 12 squared? All right, if you said base 12 times itself twice, or 12 times 12 equals 144, you are absolutely right. You are rocking it on Most High right there. Good job. 12 times 12 equals 144. You're working at a very high level of understanding. Excellent job. Now I'd like to move on and to go over the inverse operation of power to the 2. So the inverse of a power of the 2 is called a square root. I'd like to go over and take my time. So in the part 4 video, I'm going to go over a bunch of examples, again, how to manually do it and how to do it with a calculator. So I'm going to show you both. Math's easy, take step by step. Thank you for joining me in this part 3 video. Stick around for part 4. Again, we're going to go over those square roots and how to simplify, a major prerequisite in order to answer these type of test questions. Remember, math is easy. Don't rush it. Take it step by step. All right, if I've helped you, please help me to help others. Like, follow, share, subscribe. Thank you for your time.